What's good, everyone? It's Zach, and welcome back to Grailbound Gaming for video pickups number 11. Now, originally, I was planning on just waiting until the very end of December to showcase everything that I've been able to pick up these last few months before the end of the year. But instead, I've decided to just go ahead and show you all everything I picked up recently right before the holidays, and of course, with all the sales that we got coming up. And the reason is because I want to put many of these games on your radar so that you could be on the lookout for them and be able to add them to your personal collection if you choose to. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, everyone, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna first start off with some NES games. The first one is King's Knight. Look at that, really cool animation style right there. And then the second game is Gunsmoke, right? So both of these games are actually, in a sense, like vertical shoot 'em ups, kind of. Like if you played Adventures of Dino Ricky, it's in that same type of gameplay where the character that you're controlling is moving vertically upward and you have oncoming enemies attacking you from pretty much the north of the screen. So you're moving from south to north, the enemies are moving from north to south and attacking you. So yeah, had to definitely pick up these two games for sure. All right, and the next two NES games are complete in box. I first want to start off with Rogue Dawn Metroid. And this has been released by Project Retro Games. Shout out to him. And this is the prequel to the very first Metroid game on the NES, where Samus, who's on the front cover here, is partaking in a solo mission to obtain this biological specimen off of planet SR388 for the Federation so they can do research on it. So this is pretty much what happens before the first Metroid game. And what's cool about this is that it has like a 3-slot save feature as well as like a little mini map in the corner, which, you know, the first Metroid NES game doesn't have that, but this one does, the unofficial prequel. So definitely had to get this and excited to have it in the collection. And then the second complete in box NES game is Battletoads Double Dragon. Look at that, right? This is a really cool special edition that was released by Retrobit. And what's unique about this is that it comes with a green cartridge, you can see right there. And then on the back, you have, I guess you have the manual right there and this really cool acrylic stand that you can see here. So I'm definitely happy to have this in the collection. I believe the original Battletoads Double Dragon goes for over 100, but this is definitely under half of that, if anything, or slightly above the halfway point for the market value. So I think this goes for like anywhere from $50 to $60. So this is a great version to have for this game, because there was no way that I was going to pay over 100 just to have it in my collection. So I'm definitely excited about this. And I love how the cartridge is green. Green is my favorite color. And at some point, what I want to do is when I get new shelves, I actually want to have a space, right, that's designated just for anything that is green, because green's my favorite color. I love Legend of Zelda. You know, there's all these different things that I could talk about, but the fact that the cartridge is green is amazing. So definitely happy to have this in the collection as well. Okay, so yeah, those are all of the NES games. Okay, everyone, so now I'm gonna move into some N64 games, starting off with XG2, which stands for Extreme G Racing 2. This is a really cool racer for the N64. If you love those really fast arcade racing games, then this will definitely hit home with you for sure. And this is the sequel. The first one is also on the N64. And there's even sequels in this franchise, this racing game franchise, that you could find on the GameCube as well as like the PS2. I think it's kind of called like Extreme G3, something like that. But yeah, look out for this. If you love racing games, you can't go wrong by picking up this title for sure. So definitely excited to have that in the collection. The next game is South Park Chef's Love Shack. And this game is in the format of a trivia game show where you could play as different characters like Cartman and Kenny and Kyle. And you could basically be a contestant on Chef's trivia show. You answer questions correctly, you get points. You know, when you think about Jeopardy, right? But yeah, it's really cool to have this on the N64. I know that there's, I believe, a Dreamcast version and a PlayStation 1 version, but I decided to just go ahead and just get it for the N64. So happy about that. All right, next up is Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing. I was able to get this at GameStop's buy two, get one free sale that they had not too long ago. And people say that this game is just as good, if not better, than Mario Kart 64. And, you know, from what I've seen by playing a little bit of the DS version, I can kind of see that. But at the end of the day, I like Mario Kart 2, so I'm pretty sure I'll like both of them. The reason I decided to get it on the 64, in addition to just having it on the DS, is because you can actually play as Conker in the N64 version, whereas with the DS version, you can't. So, you know, I definitely wanted to have more of that Conker representation, because I think he's definitely one of those Nintendo characters that they've just like put to the side and scrapped away. But come on, Nintendo, we need some more Conker, man. We need like a new Conker game. It'd be awesome to have that. And it's cool that you get to play as him in this game. So I definitely had to pick this up, which I'm happy about. All right, next up is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Look at that green cartridge. That's like the first thing I wanted to point out. This was the reason why I picked this up. Like, I could have bought this game on the PlayStation 1, but I decided to pick it up for the N64 just because of the green cartridge, which, you know, once again, you kind of just heard at the beginning of the video. Whenever I do get some new shelves, I want to dedicate a space to just being nothing but green, anything green from my collection, whether that's video games, figurines, you name it, whatever I can find to put there, I will put there. So definitely had to pick up Rayman 2, The Great Escape. And the last N64 game is a unique one, and it's called Buck Bumble. This is a shooter where you play as a bumblebee that has weapons, like these biological weapons. Definitely seems like a very cool and like unique game to play. I've seen some of the gameplay footage on it, and it's fully 3D, and you're flying around and you're shooting down other types of insects like wasps and other things like that. So yeah, I definitely had to pick up this game and look forward to playing more of it for sure. Okay, so those are all of the N64 games. I think it's time to move into one 3DS and one DS game. So the very first 3DS game that I have, or the only one, is a Spirit Camera, The Cursed Memoir. Look at that. Ooh, looks very creepy, right? And it is complete with the manual and the cartridge here. What's amazing about Spirit Camera, about this game, is that it's actually a part of the Fatal Frame franchise, believe it or not, because in this game, just like all the other Fatal Frame games, you use a camera to take pictures of ghosts that are trying to attack you, and taking pictures of them inflicts damage upon them. And it's done exactly the same exact way, except it's on the 3DS. So I think this is going to be really unique, right? Like taking a handheld console and using it as the camera and moving it around and being able to like snap pictures of ghosts to defeat them, just like you do in the Fatal Frame games. I think this is awesome. So just know, if you are collecting all of the Fatal Frame games, if you're into all the Fatal Frame games, then you definitely want to be able to pick up Spirit Camera for sure. So happy about that. Now this next game, the only DS game that I picked up, this game is very unique and very pricey, and it's called Little Red Riding Hood's Zombie Barbecue. Look at that. And it is complete with the manual and the cartridge. Very minty, very, very minty. So the deal with this game is that Fairy Tale Land has been taken over by an army of zombies, and that's caused a whole lot of turmoil, right? So there's a lot of like fairy tale characters that we all grew up with. Of course, one being Little Red Riding Hood, the three pigs, the big bad wolf. They've all been turned into these zombie-like creatures because, you know, the zombies have made their way into Fairy Tale Land. And it's up to you and your friend down here, I forgot his name, but he's a ninja. It's up to you playing as Little Red Riding Hood and this ninja friend in order to go against the zombie army. And it's pretty much done it kind of in the style of like, I would say if you play it like, you know, tower defense games, you know, like Plants vs. Zombies, where you're on one side of the screen and all the enemies are advancing forward towards you. It's done like that, but it does it in a very unique way. It uses both screens of, you know, the DS if you play on there, or the 3DS, and you can see the characters move vertically downward and you have to attack them, get power-ups and things like that. So definitely a very unique game, very pricey, but one that can only be played you know, aside from emulation, on the DS. So I had to get it for the collection, and happy about that. Okay, so next up I have a couple of PS1 games. One is definitely a Grail for sure, but this first one, when I saw it at GameStop, I just had to have it. And that is Ridge Racer Type 4. Ridge Racer Type 4. Man, this game is really, really cool. I really do like the orange aesthetic, pretty much all the colors on the cover art as well as the disc. It just reminds me of the 1990s. Like look at this disc right here. It's very, very orange. And even the second disc is yellow and green. And it just screams 90s vibes to me. But yeah, this is a really cool, unique racer for the original PlayStation, and it rivals the Gran Turismo games on the PlayStation. What's cool about this game is that it has 8 tracks, it has 45 car models, and there are, I believe, over 300 like customizations for the vehicles, which is like insane, right? So of course, you know, developed by Namco, so definitely home here. If you're a fan of the Ridge Racer series and you don't have this in your collection, you do have a PS1, then you definitely got to pick it up because this is a very notable racing game for the PS1. All right, and then the second game here is a Grail. It is an RPG Grail that I've had on my list for the past couple years to get, and it is Koudelka. That's right, everyone. That is right. Finally was able to add this to the collection. Excited about it. Here's the deal with Koudelka. Apparently, it's the prequel to the Shadow Hearts games. So if you played the Shadow Hearts games on the PS2 or have them, this game is the prequel to that. It takes place in the same universe. And man, it is minty. Look at that. It is minty. All 4 discs are here, but you can see the first disc right there. And what's cool too about this version that I picked up, it has the registration card, right? So as a collector, that's very important, because sometimes these games can come without registration cards, but the fact that it is mint and has the manual and registration card is like phenomenal and like amazing, because that means that it definitely goes for top dollar. And of course, there's a little advertisement for Alone in the Dark, which you saw in my last pickups video. But yeah, I definitely had to get this. Excited to have it in the collection. I'm super ecstatic to have it in the collection because it's been on my wish list for, you know, a good two years or so, and I've been wanting to start here and then of course delve into the Shadow Hearts games on the PS2. But yeah, those are all of the PlayStation 1 games. I think it's time to move into some 6th and 7th gen games, starting off with the 7th gen. And the only PS3 game that I picked up recently is Ridge Racer 7, right? So I showed you guys the Ridge Racer Type 4 game for the PS1, but yeah, here's Ridge Racer 7 for the PS3, and I believe this was in the GameStop buy 2 get 1 deal. Definitely complete with the manual and disc. Happy about that for sure. And then also at GameStop, I found Ridge Racer 6, right? Ridge Racer 6, which is only on the Xbox 360. It is also complete with the manual and disc, so happy about that. Another game that I picked up from GameStop because of the buy 2 get 1 free is Saints Row 2 right here. It is also complete with the manual and the disc. Even though the disc is platinum hits, I just wanted to be able to play the game. That's pretty much it, right? And I do have this game on the PS3, and I have the first game for the 360, so I just needed the second game. And when I saw that it was a platinum hits disc, I was like, hey, it is what it is. At least I can just play the game. That's all I'm concerned about. Now, this next game has been entirely delisted, right, from any, you know, Xbox marketplace or any type of digital version. It's delisted. So the only way to play this game is on the 360, and I believe it may be backwards compatible with the Series X, but the only way to play it is physically, and that is Condemned Criminal Origins. Now, this is a sealed copy for the platinum hits that I found at one of my local retro video game stores, but I definitely got to put the word out there. My fellow collectors, if you have been wanting this game for your collection or to add to your collection, or if you're looking for amazing horror titles for the 360, try to pick this game up as soon as you can, because the fact that it's been delisted, it's going to go up in value. It all, like any game that gets delisted that everyone wants, that they can't play you know, digitally anymore, it goes up in value, and it may trail off, but you want to be able to get this game before it goes up and for the resellers get their hands on it. So definitely look out for, you know, Condemned Criminal Origins. Okay, so the next 3 games were also part of GameStop's buy 2 get 1 free, and they are the very first Pikmin for the Wii, very clean minty copy as you can see. Then of course got to get Pikmin 2, also very clean, comes with all the inserts, very mint. And then the third game that I got in this buy 2 get 1 free is DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi 2. And unfortunately, it is missing the manual. That's okay, because I already have this game on the PlayStation 2. So it is what it is. I just wanted to be able to see what it's like to play, you know, the DBZ games on the Wii. So yeah, was able to get all those at GameStop, which is amazing. And let's see, the next game here is a unique one. It's called Castle of Shikigami 3. And was able to get this off of eBay. Super minty, happy about this. This is one of those games, unique Wii games that you want in your collection, especially if you're into shoot 'em ups. You definitely want to make sure that you keep a lookout for this one. And I believe it's been gaining some value as of late. Like, it used to be like a $15, $20 game, and now it's sitting at like 40, 45. I've even seen some listings being sold on eBay for 50. So definitely keep a lookout for Castle of Shikigami 3, especially if you love shoot 'em ups. And the second game is actually on PlayStation 2, so you can get that one there. All right, now this next one is a compilation of games, and I'm super happy to have this in the collection now. It's also been on my wish list, and it is Kirby, the 20th anniversary of Kirby compilation for the Wii. And this comes with not only the game, but it comes with a collectible book and a soundtrack, and it comes with the following 6 games: Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. All that in one complete package for the Wii. I'm so happy about it. And it's actually in really great condition, given the fact that this is a used copy and you know, it's been used, but everything looks mint, including the game, including the collectible book that's in here. I'm definitely happy to have this in the collection. And the very last Wii game that I got, I found at GameStop, surprisingly. I even put a picture of this on the community post on my YouTube channel, and that game is Coraline. Yes, Coraline, it is complete with the manual and disc. I have been wanting Coraline for the PS2 for the longest, and when I saw that GameStop had a copy for the Wii, I was like, you know what, let me just bite the bullet and just go ahead and get it for the Wii. Maybe at some point, if someone has like a PS2 copy that's in really great condition that I could trade for so they can get the Wii version, I get the PS2 version, then I think I might consider doing that. But until further notice, at least I have the Wii version to be able to play, and I'm definitely excited about this. This is considered to be a Grail, by just value alone, right? Like whenever I hear people say Grail, I'm kind of a little bit hesitant because sometimes it's just based on monetary value, and these people have never played the game before, right? So anyhow, it's a very expensive game for the Wii. I think it had like a low print run, which is why it goes for so much, including on the PlayStation 2. So I'm definitely excited to have this, and I definitely will play it for sure, and hopefully share my thoughts with you all. Okay, everyone, so this next game is definitely controversial for sure, and it's the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster. What's controversial about this game, if you don't know, is that not all the game is on the disc. Only a small portion of the game is on the disc, and if it serves me correct, I believe if you played this game in the past, once you get out of the sewers and you get to experience the open world or open atmosphere for the first time, the game cuts out, and then you have to download a code that allows you access to the rest of the game. So I knew that whenever I bought it, because at the end of the day, I'm definitely like, pro physical, but I don't mind digital as well too. Like, I'll get digital titles, but if I can buy them physically, then that's my preference. And at the time, the physical version was being sold for less at GameStop compared to the digital version. I think the digital version was $50, while this was like $30 or $35 at GameStop. So I told myself, well, hey, why not? It makes sense to just go ahead and get it right now. So that's what I ended up doing. And I'm happy to have it in the collection, and I can't wait to play it for sure. It's gonna be awesome revisiting Oblivion again. Next game, Dead Cells Castlevania Edition. Like I said, get it if you are a fan of those roguelike Metroidvanias. If you love Castlevania, you got to get that for sure too. Okay, everyone, so this next title is Luto, and I believe they say that this game is similar to PT, right? So PT was this demo that Konami put out, and I don't know if it was the PS3 or like the PS4. I can't remember. I'm drawing the blank right now, but it was either the PS3 or the PS4. Probably the PS4, I'm pretty sure. Konami put out a demo called PT, and basically it was this interactive demo, this interactive horror demo, if you will, of what would have been their new Silent Hill game starring Norman Reedus. And I believe at the time Hideo Kojima was with Konami, and he was a part of that. But as time went on, that game got delisted, right? You know, so you weren't able to download it and play it anymore. And then of course, you know, Hideo Kojima and Konami parted ways. But I've heard that this horror title right here, it's first person and it's in the same type of environment or same style as like that PT demo. So hearing that, I was like, let me go ahead and pick this up. That's all I know about this game. I want to go into it blind. I want to be able to experience it. And the fact that it has those comparisons with PT, I was like, okay, I need to jump on this now. So if you love PT, if you played it, if you know about it, then definitely look into picking up Ludo for the PlayStation 5. All right, the second to last game is a deluxe edition. It's Tomb Raider 4 through 6 remastered, and this is the physical deluxe edition. It comes with not only the game, but it comes with the steelbook. It comes with an explorer's map book, which shows you, I believe, all the items and treasures and secrets for every level that Laura goes through for all 3 games. And I believe the last item here is like the soundtrack. So it comes with all of that in one package. I'm definitely happy to have this in the collection. Okay, everyone, so the very last PS5 game that I have here is my most recent pickup out of everything. And I was able to pick this up yesterday at the recording of this video and was able to get it at GameStop, which is awesome. And it is Crab Skirt Expedition 33. This is the Lumiere edition, right? The Lumiere edition, right? So this isn't the collector's edition, but this is a step down. When this game had first released, the collector's edition ran out of stock, and so did the Lumiere edition. And then, you know, Sandfall Interactive decided to, you know, have an additional release this month, in the month of November. And you were able to pre-order this through GameStop's website. I pre-ordered it, it came in, and I picked it up. So what this comes with, it not only comes with the game, but it comes with a steelbook. It comes with the Expeditioner's Journal, which you know that Gustav receives in the prologue from his apprentices, if you will. And then it comes with like some various, you know, DLC, like outfits and like hairstyles. But yeah, that's what this version comes with. And I'm definitely excited to have this in the collection for sure. So this is the last PlayStation 5 game and the last pickup for this video. Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in to today's video where I was able to showcase my most recent video game pickups. And if you do like this type of content, I definitely encourage you to not only like and share the video, but to also consider subscribing to the channel. I recently crossed 1,000 subscribers, so I do want to extend my utmost gratitude to everyone that has supported and you know, had engagement with the channel, which includes my subscribers, any viewers out there, and of course my fellow content creators. Thank you all so much for everything that you have done to get me, you know, past the 1,000 mark. And this is only the beginning. I got a lot of great, amazing content that is on the way. So in order to stay plugged in, stay subscribed to the channel, and definitely look forward to some amazing future content to come. With all that being said, if there are any video games in this video that you would like to put on your radar, especially as we approach the holidays and of course the different sales going on like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if there are any games that you are on the lookout for or would like to add to your wish list, then let me know in the comments down below. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Until then, I'm out.